I think the most serious challenge facing African churches in the diaspora is how do they pass on the faith to their children. And this is difficult on several levels. But right at the face of it, when first generation migrants, when the parents think about church, think about Christianity, mostly they think about what they know from Africa. In Africa, they grew up in a context where Christianity was the thing. Everybody around them was Christian in a way. They had all this prayer support and everything. The culture was really guiding them towards being a good Christian. Their children are growing up in the West, and the kids do not have those resources. They do not have the network, the support system that would help disciple them. The parents grew up in a worldview that is almost Christian in many ways. Their kids are growing up in a culture, in a worldview that is not Christian at all. And I find it often that parents do not know how to talk about faith to their children in the diaspora. They do not know how to answer the questions that their kids are asking. They do not know how to explain why God is so central to African life while not being that central to Western life. And so the kids are growing up and they're asking these questions, and they're going to church with their parents, but their churches are foreigners. When they get into their parents' churches, they have crossed cultural barriers. They find themselves sort of in Africa, and they don't really understand what's happening. In many churches, actually, you find that they are bringing in African languages, which their kids do not understand. I know of a church where first generation speaks, it's a Ghanaian church, so first generation speaks Twi. The younger generation does not speak Twi at all. They don't really understand it, right? And then you put them together in a Twi speaking service. The kids miss 80% of what's happening in church, right? And that's happening in church, but also it is also happening in their homes. And so at the end of the day, how do we help the children really connect their faith to their life in ways that will, I think, if we do this well, will enable the children to be missionaries to their context. And if we do it well, actually, the kids will become our interpreters, people that will interpret Western culture to us, and they will interpret what we're doing to their Western friends. And so they'll build bridges between us and the West.